Imagine making the whole world laugh, millions of people, generation after generation, and still going home to silence. That was Stan Laurel. You know him, the skinny half of Laurel and Hardy, the soft-spoken genius behind some of the funniest moments in black and white film history. But the man who made us laugh, he cried more than you know. Because behind every grin, every fall, every pie to the face, was a story of pain, loss, and loyalty that most fans never saw. Stan didn't come from flash or fame. He was born in 1890 in a quiet British town called Ulverston. His parents were stage performers, always on tour, so little Stan was left to grow up with his grandparents. He walked the cobblestone streets, attended church with his grandmother, and right across the road from their home, a scrappy wooden theater where his father wrote plays. That's where the spark began. While other kids chased marbles, Stan watched curtains rise. He didn't just want to perform, he had to. By 16, he was already on stage. By 20, he was crossing the Atlantic to America, performing with another unknown actor, Charlie Chaplin. Yeah, that Chaplin. They were young, broke, hungry, but they were rewriting comedy with every pratfall and exaggerated blink. Then someone told him his name. Stan Jefferson had 13 letters. Bad luck, they said. So he changed it. Stan Laurel. A clean slate, a new chapter. And from there, he hustled. He acted in silent shorts. He directed. He co-wrote. He even worked behind the camera. Whatever it took to stay in the game. But then, in 1927, the real magic happened. He was paired with Oliver Hardy. Big man, gentle eyes, southern charm. From their first scene together, you could tell. It wasn't just acting. It was chemistry. No one had timing like them. From duck soup to big business, they made America laugh through the Great Depression, through war, through hard times people couldn't escape. Except when watching those two. Their rhythm, flawless. One glance, one staggered walk, one confused reaction, and the audience was in tears. But behind the laughter, Stan was carrying a weight most couldn't imagine. In 1930, his newborn son died, just 9 days old. A baby boy he named after himself, Stanley Robert Laurel. And just like that, he was gone. No camera, no applause, just silence. Then came broken marriages, back-to-back divorces, public lawsuits. One wife accused him of trying to bury her alive. Another sued him for financial support years after they'd separated. It was chaos. But through it all, he kept working, kept smiling, kept showing up. Because comedy wasn't a costume for Stan, it was armor. Then came 1957. Oliver Hardy, Babe as Stan called him, passed away. And with him, half of Laurel and Hardy disappeared. Stan didn't go to the funeral. He was too sick. But when asked why, he said, Babe would understand. That wasn't just grief. That was loyalty. Stan didn't just lose a co-star. He lost the one person who understood him without words. After that, he never performed again. Not once. Studios begged, directors called. He turned them all down. Because in his heart, Laurel didn't exist without Hardy. That wasn't just his act, it was his identity. But even off-screen, he mattered. Young comedians, Jerry Lewis, Dick Van Dyke, they didn't just admire him, they called him. And he answered. He lived in a modest apartment in Santa Monica. His phone number? Publicly listed. If you called, he might pick up and talk to you like you'd known each other for years. He won an honorary Oscar. He'd been in over 190 films, and yet he never let it go to his head. When asked to appear in It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, a film full of comedy legends, he declined. Because Babe wasn't in it, that's who he was. Stan Laurel wasn't about ego, he was about connection. He made slapstick into soul. He died quietly in 1965. No cameras, no spotlight. Just an old man in his chair, surrounded by memories that never needed sound to be loud. That's the part people miss. He wasn't just a comedian, he was a craftsman of joy. He built a blueprint for every comedy duo that came after, every misfit kid who wanted to make people laugh just to feel okay inside. Stan Laurel didn't live for fame. He lived for laughter, even when his own heart was breaking. So the next time life feels heavy, and you don't know how to smile, remember the man who made the world laugh. while quietly holding back his own tears. And still, he showed up every time. That's what legends do.